You got your real estate license, and now you're wondering what you can expect in the first 6 months of your business. Today, we're going to talk about it. So you spent all that time studying, all the anxiety of doing your test, and you finally get the notice that you have passed. Now you're wondering, now what? I'm going to talk with you today about how you can plan and what to expect for the first 6 months in your business. Of course, we're going to have to pay lots of fees and expenses to get your real estate license finalized and to get you registered with a brokerage. Here in Colorado, you have to be seen and report to a broker of record for the first 2 years that you are in your business. So that is typically something that you should have been doing before you tested for your license. But if not, right now is the time for you to be setting up appointments and interviewing different brokers. Once you have selected the broker that you are going to work with, that's when the real work begins. Now, my first 6 months in business, I'm going to tell you, I was absolutely terrified to tell anybody that I was a real estate agent. I did not want somebody to ask me a question that I wouldn't know the answer to. So instead of getting out there and letting people know what I was doing and how I was doing it, and that I was here to service them and help them through a home buy or sale process, I didn't tell anybody that I sold real estate. So don't be like me and keep it to yourself. First thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to get on social media, whatever platform that is. Share about your great news that you have passed your real estate license and you are now a licensed agent ready to help them buy and sell their home. Now, you may have the same concerns I did. What if they ask me a question? What if I don't know the answer? What if, and there's 1,000 what ifs, right? I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that I wish somebody had told me back then was to just tell them, that's a great question. Let me get right back to you. It is a simple answer that makes it seem like you're not going to just tell them whatever kind of comes off your head or whatever you're thinking about at that moment, that you're actually going to do your due diligence and come back to them with an answer. So don't be hesitant to share your news about getting your real estate license. The truth is, the majority of people will not automatically use you right out the door as soon as you get your real estate license. So the second tip I'm going to share with you is to help you find someone to collaborate with. My hope is that your brokerage will provide to you opportunities for you to learn and be educated. And that is one of the biggest things I'm going to encourage you to look for in a brokerage. You want to be collaborating with other agents, new agents, old agents. You want to have the opportunity to learn from other agents that are brand new and excited to be in the business because they have a wealth of excitement and they have so much information that they're willing to share. And you also want to be collaborating with agents that have been in the business 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Those are the agents where you're going to see the seasoned vets be able to tell you, hey, I really looked into that when it very first launched, but I would really encourage you to do A, B, and C instead, and really take what they tell you to heart. They have been in this business. They have survived. They have made it past the 2 year where everybody, pretty much fails, and the 5 year where the rest of people typically fail. And they are in the 20% that actually have made it past the 5 year mark. The biggest tip I can share with you is to find someone to help support your knowledge and your growth in this business. This business is not easy. Most agents get out of the business within 2 to 5 years, some within 6 months. And it is because I feel like they were not properly supported. Some of the other mistakes that I made when I very first got into the business, I invested in lead buying companies. I should have taken that money and I should have truthfully just invested that in my people that already knew and trusted and cared about me and invested in helping them to be able to refer me. Now, what does that look like, right? I would say I would really encourage you to take every single person in your sphere out to coffee. It is a low cost way to be able to get in front of every single person. Don't sit and talk only about real estate. Find out about them, what's going on with their life, how things are going for them, and then share things about your life. Building that relationship is going to be the key to your success in this business. I jokingly tell many of the agents that I coach that there will come a time when they will have 4 or 5 coffees sitting in the top of their fridge, because you will go from one coffee appointment to another coffee appointment to another coffee appointment. I'm not even kidding. There have been times when I've opened up my refrigerator and there are like 4 or 5 coffees in there that are half drank. It's super funny, actually, but one of the things that I really, really encourage people to do, drink a lot of coffee. If you don't drink coffee, you probably should start. And if you don't really like coffee, you can drink tea, you can take people out to lunch, but building those connections is going to be super key to your success in this business. A third way that I'm going to encourage you, that I made this mistake, I didn't get involved with a networking group right out the door. I was nervous, insecure. I was uncertain of how I could bring value to anybody. The truth is, sometimes our value is just in the relationship with those other people. Sometimes they'll ask you a question. Hey, I'm thinking about getting into commercial real estate. What are your thoughts on this, this, and this? Well, I'm not a commercial real estate agent. So what I'm going to say to them is, oh my gosh, that's such a great question. Let me connect you with my commercial realtor. And then we refer them to a commercial realtor who could service them properly and take good care of their needs, because commercial and residential are significantly different businesses. But that is you showing your value and you providing worth to them by referring them out, and you're getting a referral for that. It's super important that you understand building those relationships within a networking environment is super important. I have done videos that you're welcome to go back and take a look at that talk about how to build a networking group from the bottom up. I now run a very successful all-women networking group that we're at about 14 or 15 members, and I am completely content with 14 to 15 very involved, actively contributing members. I would way rather take 14 to 15 people that want to be there, care about the people within the group, versus building a group of 30 or 40 people who come once or twice, or maybe if they think about it and remember it, and never really build a true relationship. Are you going to refer somebody to a roofer that you've met once? I assure you, you're not. You're going to refer people to people that you have built relationships with, and know that when you refer them, they're going to take very good care of your clients. The fourth mistake I made was not investing in my education. It took me over 2 years and failing multiple times. I mean, I literally almost hung up my license and never sold another home. And what a huge mistake that would have been. Investing in ourselves sometimes can look at the education opportunities that your brokerage provides, investing in having somebody to come alongside you and guide you through the real estate process and what that looks like. It also can be in hiring maybe a real estate coach or a life coach to be able to help you get through the very first couple years of this business, because it is grueling, it is exhausting, and sometimes it's very discouraging. The biggest thing that I look back at is really a mistake on my part of not taking some money and investing it in having somebody to come alongside me, show me some shortcuts, and help guide and show me how to do this business easier, faster, and wasting far less money than I did. I invested in everything from leads programs to, programs that promise to give me, put my information out there for more people to see me online. I spent so much money and time wasted on things that really I could have gotten to where I would like to have been a lot faster and with far less heartache. Had I just had somebody to be able to show me how to be able to do this business easier, faster, and with far less mistakes. Can you learn this industry on your own? I'm going to tell you, I did. It took me lots of failed attempts and mistakes throughout the time. But if I had the ability to go back 10 years ago almost now and start all over again, I would take the time to find somebody that I connected with. Does this person understand me? Does this person understand my life? And has this person done the work to be a producing agent and is building the kind of business that I want to build? I would also then make the choice to invest in my business. And even though it might be more money up front, I'm going to tell you it is a great investment. If I had been able to take my 2 years of heartache and frustration and exhaustion and condense that down into a 6-month time frame where all of a sudden I was able to start producing within a 6-month period, I'm going to tell you that those 18 months, I could have been producing at a much higher level and much better and actually having income and supporting my family. I understand that that investment might not be feasible right out the door. Maybe finances are tight. If you know my story, you know that finances were tight. I would encourage you to look in other areas. What are other areas, you might ask? Go to the library and get a book. Books from the library are free, or order them and they're $20. Read as much material of other agents who have built their businesses the same way that you want to build your business. Another way is to watch YouTube videos. Now, you can't believe everything that you read or see on the internet, right? But I am going to tell you, YouTube has a wealth of information. Watch the videos, learn from other agents, take notes. What could work for you? What can't work for you? I'm also going to encourage you to join my Agent Growth Network. It is absolutely free for you to join. We'll have twice a month coaching calls. We'll have lots of communication and support. It's absolutely free to agents across the United States. These are all areas that you can get support on how to build your business faster and better. And I'm going to encourage you, do not give up in this business. Lots of people right now are starting to get out of the business, are saying, oh my gosh, so many changes, things are getting harder. That's true. But I am going to encourage you that you can do this business. There is support out there. There are people who will be here to support you and encourage you through this entire process. I appreciate you watching this video. I know that this is a very emotional and stressful time for you. The first 6 months are the hardest. I'm going to encourage you, do not give up. You can do this. Commit to working in your business every single day for the first 6 months, and you will be successful. I appreciate you taking the time today. Please like and subscribe.